Hi everyone, Mr. Markwick here. The purpose of today's video is to show you how to add and subtract matrices. It's actually quite simple, but before I get to some examples of adding and subtracting matrices, I want to talk about a few things starting with matrix notation. Now we already know that a matrix has an order described by M by N, M being the number of rows and N being the number of columns. So you might see something like this, A equals, and this is your notation that we're talking about, A, and in this case it's I and J, but you'd actually have two numbers there. So what we're actually looking at here is the element in matrix A that is in row I and column J. More specifically, here's an example in matrix A, which is just here. A, 2, 3 is the element in matrix A that is in row 2 and column 3. So row 2, 1, 2, and column 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're actually talking about this element here, the number 2. All right, so if you ever see that notation, it's referring to a specific element within a given matrix, in this case matrix A, in position 2, 3, row 2, column 3. Okay, now moving on, we're going to get there in a second. Just looking or talking about equality with matrices. Two matrices are equal if they have the same order and the elements in the corresponding positions are equal. So matrix A will be equal to matrix B if all the elements or corresponding elements in A are equal to all the corresponding elements in matrix B. So for example, if matrix inside here A, B, C, D was equal to W, X, Y, Z, then A would be equal to W, element B would be equal to X, C would be equal to Y, and D would be equal to Z. Now what we're going to look at is adding and subtracting matrices, I should say. We're going to look at in terms of the example we're using inventory across some stores. So the example here says Teo has 3 stores, A, B, and C. Her stock levels for dresses, skirts, and blouses are given in this matrix here. So store A has 23 dresses, 28 skirts, and 46 blouses. Store B has 41 dresses, 39 skirts, 17 blouses. Okay. Some newly ordered stock has just arrived. 20 dresses, 30 skirts, and 50 blouses have just arrived to be added to the stock levels for each store. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the two matrices to show the new stock levels after the arrival of the new stock. Now, in order to add matrices, one thing that's really important is that they have the same order. So this matrix has an order 3 by 3, so 3 rows and 3 columns. So does this one. It has 3 rows and 3 columns, so we can add those together. And all we're doing is we're adding the respective elements together. So essentially we're doing 23 plus 20, which gives us 43. 41 plus 20, which gives us 61. 68 plus 20, which gives us 88. It's as simple as that. Subtraction, pretty much the same deal. So again, here's an example. Let's say there were some sales. So here's the current inventory, and after some sales, so for example, 15, what was the first one? Dresses were sold from store A. What's the new number of dresses in store A? Well, we do 29, take away 15, which gives us 14. It really is as simple as that. Again, we must make sure that when we subtract matrices from each other, they have the same order, and we're just subtracting the corresponding elements, or the respective elements in each matrix. So a few rules, just to wrap that up really briefly before I show you some examples. To add matrices, so for example, if I want to add matrix A to matrix B, or subtract matrix A or matrix B from matrix A, then essentially all we're doing is we're adding or subtracting those corresponding elements within those matrix or matrices and creating a new matrix, which again would have the same order. So let's get into an example. I'm going to show you, I guess, 3 little questions here. First, I'm going to show you how to do it by hand, and then I'm going to show you how to do that on the graphics calculator. This case, you probably don't need a graphics calculator, but it is good to get in the habit of using one as well. So here, the question asks me add matrix A to matrix B, or matrix A plus matrix B. What is the solution? I have matrix A, which is 2 by 3, and I have matrix B, which is again 2 by 3, so I can add these. They have the same order. So all I'm simply going to do is and I'm going to set it up and show you exactly how to do this. So I'm going to do 1 plus 2. I'm going to do 2 plus 1, 3 plus 6. I'm going to do that for all the corresponding elements within those two matrices. So 6 plus 0, 5 plus 3, and 4 plus 5. So that's what I'm doing. That will give me a brand new matrix, which is the same order. Again, it will be 2 by 3, and it will look like this. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 4 plus 5 is 9. So simple as that, adding the corresponding elements in both those matrices. The second question here says, add matrix A to matrix C. So we're going to add matrix A to matrix C. First of all, can we do it? Do they have the same order? They must have the same order in order to add them. This matrix A has the order 2 by 3. We've already said that. Matrix C, however, only has an order of 2 by 2. 2 columns and 2 rows. So therefore, we cannot add these two matrices together. Okay, so if the answer for B, or this example, is they cannot be added. And if you needed to provide a reason, you could say they don't have the same order. Okay. The last example I'm going to show you is subtraction. So I'm going to do here, I've got matrix A, which this time has an order of 3 by 3, so 3 rows and 3 columns. And I'm going to take away matrix B, which again has the same order. I'm going to get rid of those negative values. I was just showing another student that. You know, you can still have negative values inside your matrix. Again, I'm just going to try and keep it as simple as possible. So matrix A, take matrix B using a graphics calculator. Head into your run function there by pressing execute. And you can actually, and you can see I've been playing around with it already, you can actually store matrices within your graphics calculator by pressing F3 when you're in that run function, if they're big ones and you want to use them regularly. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to use the matrix function within the run function. So in order to do that, I click on F4, math, and then F1 will get me the matrices and also the vectors if I need it, but I'm just using the matrices. So click on F1, and then I can tell the graphics calculator what order I want my matrix to be. Now we've got a 3 by 3 matrix, so I can go ahead and click on 3 by 3. If the options weren't here, your matrix was a different size, you could actually specify what size you want. So 3 by 3, and then hit execute again, and it'll come up with a 3 by 3 matrix, and you just pop those values in. So for example, 3, 4, 8, 2, 1, 0, 1, 4, 7, and I'm going to take away, subtract, another 3 by 3 matrix, or I can hit F2 because it's already an option, and just put in the elements for matrix B, which are 2, 0, 6, 3, 0, 4, 5, 2, and 3, and just hit execute, and it does the work for me. Again, my matrix will be a new matrix with the same order. Again, this is 3 by 3. Okay, but they're my answers. So matrix A, take matrix B, is a new matrix. Again, still 3 by 3. and those values are, excuse me, I'll just get those back up. 1, 4, 2. Minus 1, 1, minus 4. And minus 4, 2, 4. So there you go. Pretty easy to add or subtract matrices. Keep in mind, to do it, they need to have the same order, and you'll create a new matrix. Again, they'll have the same order as the two that you began with. All you're doing is either adding the individual elements or subtracting the individual elements within the matrix is asking for. Okay. Again, do you need a graphics calculator? No, it's pretty simple to do that by hand, but it is also good to get in the habit of knowing how to do those functions on the graphics calculator, because when they get more complicated and we're doing other operations, then a graphics calculator is definitely the way to go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps.